Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there, YouTube land. This is Moz. We're coming to you with another episode of Moz's Toy Box with Toy Photography Talk. Today we got a new special guest. He goes on Instagram by the name of Nomad Figures, and he's a really cool guy. So let's bring him in here, add him to the stream. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Folks.
Yeah, you gotta get used to that whole we're on YouTube like live, and just gotta get acclimated. I get you. You okay?
Is my mic audible?
No, you're good. I can tell you're just kind of chill. It's all good. It's all good.
Cool.
I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody who's in the chat right now. Noble Young, first one in as always. Geek Shots, how you doing today? Those wonderful toys. Trevor 1-6 shooter is in the house. Why is this not working? Clicking and it's not clicking. Oh, there he goes. Bennikin in the house. JP Rex, the Geek. What's going on? What's going on? And the Alpha Raptors in the house. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing today? And you got, those wonderful toys is saying, "What's up, Nomad?"
What's up, buddy?
So it says right. So today we're just going to go through some of the shots that we've done this week. Do you have any shots that you want to talk about while we got you here first, Nomad?
I'm really weird with talking about myself, dude. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's not really so much talking about yourself, but maybe if you want to go over, bring up a picture and go over your process. Not necessarily yourself. I mean, you can talk about yourself. That's fine, but just say again.
You can just go through it. We can both go through it.
Just
pick a random.
All right, we can just go through it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's what we'll do. We'll bring you up here real quick, and we'll. Now you've been doing some really cool little reels lately too, man. I'm kind of jealous of your reel game. It's much better than my reel game. Your reels? I said your reel game is much better than my reel game. I'm quite jealous.
Thanks, man. I'm just trying to put out because I have a background in cinematography and videography. I'm trying to put it out there as well. I'm just trying to mess around with. It's my first time playing around with a vertical video, so just trying to play with that too.
Yeah, it's tricky, man. I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of, I got a whole one. I got to actually edit when we get off of here, so I can post it for that Riddick shot from yesterday. Class. Yeah, I gotta edit that. I still haven't done it. Give a shout out to 616 Photos real quick. Those wonderful toys. Nomad does some of, if not the best Predator shots out there.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, and then OG fan with Star Wars was just Star Wars. I just read your email before we went on the air, so I'll get back with you on that. How you doing today, good sir? Good sir. Bearded Nerdy Oaf. Predators. Yeah, we got some Predators this week. I know I got 2 shots of Predators this week. Nomad, you got any shots coming up? You're working on one for tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we're doing the Tracker Predator, right?
Tracker. Yeah.
So tomorrow's Predator collaboration in the Yautja Prime group is Tracker Predator. I got a Tracker Predator. You got a Tracker Predator. We all have Tracker Predators. 616 Photos. Nomad, you've been great. Thank you for helping me on fine-tuning my awful glowing effects. Both you and Moz have some of the best Predator shots. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Geek Shots, can't wait to hear Nomad from you. Nomad, we're going to go through some of the stuff here. This is the most recent one that you posted. Just tell me what you did here, because you get this blue ball on here, and then the rest of it kind of like this gold.
Sorry, could you repeat that? Your audio was kind of.
I said, I was asking. Yeah, I think my fan hit the microphone. I was asking you about this helmet here. You got this blue going on here, and then this gold towards the back. What did you do with that? What was the decision there? Yeah.
That's actually what's that? The Dark Horse comic book Concrete Jungle by NECA.
Okay.
I put it away. I'd show it, but put it away.
Okay, so that's the actual figure the way it
Yeah,
is. I thought that
it's
was
painted the
something
way
you
it
were doing
is.
with the light.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have that one. I only have like three NECA Predators. I got Alpha, Jungle Hunter, and City Hunter. That's all I've gotten.
Those are the cool ones, though.
Well, Alpha I got after I started buying Hot Toys, but the first two I got before I started buying Hot Toys. And once the first two, like, I had them on a DTOF, and my City Hunter, he had his combi stick out, and he was all like looking menacing, like he was going to walk and all that kind of stuff. And he was on a stand, and he manages to fall and break his combi stick. So I'm like, let's find something different. It's like, this is not going to work for me. So then I spend $200 some odd on the Wolf heavy weaponry, and then now here we are with all these Predators behind me. So that's where I went from there. But so on this shot here, you got your light source. It looks like your primary light source is over here on this kind of side here where my mouse is.
I have 3 light sources from what I remember. There's like 2 soft boxes on the side and one on the top, close to like.
Oh wow!
Back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're hitting from the sides, both sides, and the top here.
Yeah.
All right. I was just assuming from here and then maybe a bounce card because this was like the hottest whites on here, and then this looked like it could possibly be a bounce, all around here. It wasn't that hot, but that's good to know. Really nice. Oh man, look at 6-1. I don't have this one either. 616 photos. He's like, unboxing my new Hot Toys Berserker Predator right now.
Oh yeah, I just got that.
I don't have that one
earlier.
Yeah, I don't have Berserker. The only one of the supers I have is Tracker, and I guess it's fortuitous because we're gonna be doing that Tracker thing. But I do intend to get them at some point. It's just that I'm so buried in my Hot Toys orders right now. Just there is no getting out. What's going on, Commander Green? How you doing today? Over your photos and stuff, though, make sure you please tag me. That's Moz_toy_box on Instagram, and also hashtag Toymoz. And we're going to go through all that here in just a bit and kind of go over your shots, see what's going on, see if we can help you work a few things out, or if need be, or we can just appreciate them, whatever. Like Commander Green, when he tags me, he's probably not got to work a lot out. He's pretty good. So you're using oh nice. You actually got your camera settings in here. I love it. It. So you're using a variable lens, 18-55. Is that the kit lens that comes with that Nikon?
It's a kit lens, and then I attach the lens tube, the macro tube.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this 12mm extension tube here. All right. So you even put your white balance. I don't put my white. I don't even know what my white balance is. I haven't messed with that. I mean, I know what the setting is. I don't remember what I set it to, and it's just kind of there.
It matters if you're shooting outdoors, but as far as like indoors, whatever, it really doesn't matter. So 56K is like, I guess like mid, somewhere around there.
I think my camera is set to cloudy because it's like those kind of options is how it's set. I mean, I could make it go by numbers, but it's got the button too. So I think mine's just set to whatever. It's a Canon, so I think it's just set to cloudy. You can
always stick into like auto white balance. That's fine too.
That's got me into trouble though, because it does some weird, funky things with my lighting when it does that. But you're rocking like a huge f/22 aperture. Is there a particular purpose behind that? Because I mean, you're not really going for anything behind him. Do you need that depth of field?
So the thing is, when you shoot with macro or like the extension tubes, the focus kind of like blows out, especially like towards the back. And I actually made a tutorial video on that.
Okay.
Yeah, and so for that, you kind of have to like bring it up all the way to like 22 or like 32 to get it. With that,
this one here, the how to fake macro, or is this a different?
Yeah,
that's part 2.
Correct. It's the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for part 1, or is it part 2 that we want?
Part 2.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but here it is on his Instagram, guys. If you want, he's got the how to fake a macro lens on a budget, so that's pretty cool. definitely worth it because I know my macro lens was not cheap. I think it was like $800, you know, and that's a cheaper one probably than most. But you know, the 100mm Canon EF lens, that's what I rock for my macro.
Yeah,
lens,
the macro lenses are pretty expensive, so using a lens tube it's roughly close, whatever, but it's the cheapest way to do it.
All right, and so yeah, you get your ISO 320, the lowest you probably could manage for what you're trying to do, most likely. So rock on. And you use newer. I got some newer lights myself. I use some of those sometimes, but they are wired. Mine are not wireless lights. My newer, so I don't use them as much as in fact, I'm using one right now though to keep me. This little blue right here on my side is my newer USB powered light there. Not bad though for the price. Those lights are really good because I mean,
no,
they come with their own stand. And there's like what $40 for a pair of two, and the ones that I have anyway. Bearded Nerdio says the Berserker Predator took me by surprise just how much I like him when he opened his. Rock on, man. I know that pleather is one of the reasons I'm staying away from it, but I can get around the pleather. It's not a deal. All right. And that's your cool little outro thing. I need to work on some. Your little outro thingy here.
Oh, thanks.
Nomad? Sorry. Did you hear me?
No, you kind of cut off. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was asking if this was done in InShot or what. How are you doing this one?
How are you using that?
See, now you're cutting out.
I think I use CapCut in this one.
Okay, CapCut. All right.
CapCut.
Nice. I need to play more with that program, CapCut. All right, let's take a look here. This is one you did in kind of honor of the movie Prey, right? This is what this one was all about, right? Jungle Hunter and what? I'm sorry.
This one is Enforcer and Bad Blood.
Oh, okay. Enforcer and Bad Blood. Well, this has got a little video thing here, huh? What is this? Oh, this is a reel. Where's the actual picture there?
No picture. That's the picture. / reel.
Oh, that okay. It's just a reel. Gotcha. All right. I'm probably gonna need to turn off my fan if this keeps getting my microphone stand does not want to stay upwards, and the fan keeps tagging the mic. See, look at that. Just let me get one of these locks. All right. Hopefully that will do something better because I don't need that hitting the air all the time. But I love this light effect here, man. Now, is this in post? These little glares here, I take it?
So I just added a little bit of like glow in there.
Okay. That's pretty nice, man. I dig that. What's going on, Carlito? How you doing today, buddy?
Those were
what? I'm sorry?
Those came from like some of the bounds from, I used some LED strips from like behind Bad Blood. So kind of like bounced off.
Mm-hmm.
Just added like a little bit of glow in there.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's really awesome. I like that. All right, let's get let's go ahead and air this out. Did I see Prey? Nomad, you saw Prey, is that correct? The movie?
That was good.
Right?
Yeah, that was good.
And I saw Prey. Did you enjoy the movie?
It was good. It was great. But I think in the end of it, like we both agreed that, you know, his face looked kind of dumb.
Yeah, I could have gone without seeing him without that mask, to be honest with you. And I understand that this is supposedly a reference to one of Stan Winston's earlier designs for the Predator, but again, I didn't need to see it. You know, there was a reason why that didn't make it onto the actual Predator
Okay.
when we
Yeah,
saw
I
that
was thinking
movie,
about that too.
and I think that was it because it just looked daft. I could not look at that thing with a straight face. I enjoyed the movie overall.
Yeah.
There was a couple other little bits that didn't sit well with me, like you know, she went from and don't get me wrong, I loved Amber Mid-Thunder's, you know, pretty much everything about her except for this was a, you know, obviously a storyboard choice here for her, but somehow she went from a not very confident, you know, hunter slash warrior to like a badass ninja in the span of like 5 minutes. that kind of that kind of made me go, what? Oh my god, stop trying to call me. Sorry. Somebody on Instagram is trying to call. I don't know what that is. But yeah, that was the only big problems I had with that was you know, her seemingly just huge transformation to this whole ninja type badass, and the fact that the Predator looked daft with that his helmet on. That, and I didn't watch the paintings. I guess the cave paintings kind of give you an idea where the gun goes.
Yeah.
And I didn't catch that, so I need to go back and watch the cave painting bits. You know, I was too busy trying to figure out how to turn off the autoplay next thing on Hulu because it just wanted to do that, and I'm like, dude, stop. And I finally got it to stop, and I probably missed the key thing with the gun during all that, and but yet the timer was still going, and I was like, dude, I want to just watch the credits. Just get this. Stop teasing me that you're gonna play Picard next or whatever. I don't remember. It's not Picard. It's Paramount. But you know, stop teasing me with whatever you're trying to play next. Just it was very distracting.
Yeah, I kind of just like went back and played it through the credits. Or
yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. But it was like 4 a.m. So, I mean, I watched it as soon as it came on. So let me see. Let me just give a shout out. We got some more chat here going on. Carlito, hey everyone, one of our members is awesome. Bearded Nerdy Oaf, I bought some real leather to fix some of my Predator pleather issues, though I still haven't gotten around to mending them. That's awesome, dude. I know my buddy George will do that. Fugitive Predator Customs. He'll replace all that stuff here in the States. Yeah, we didn't like the face. Didn't like the face. I still think the first movie is a better movie.
Which
and
one?
I like the second one. I put this one around the third one. I put Predator 1, Predator 2, then this. That's my, and then the rest, it doesn't matter. They can go wherever they want, really. But that's where this one lands for me. It's and I think it's mainly nostalgia. You know, the first two movies are just, you know, I grew up on those movies. And say what you will, I like the second movie. I really do. So
I don't like the second movie at first. Well, for many years, whatever. But someone had told me that the more you watch it, the better it gets, and it's true.
And it is true, yeah.
Like it. Yeah.
It's a lot more. It's a lot deeper than the surface, you know, kind of way the first Predator is done. You know, the first Predator one is kind of hands you the story like right then and there, but you know, and yeah, the story, I guess the essential story of Predator 2 is there, but there's also like nuances and stuff you got to catch, you know, and yeah, a lot of the backstory. And one of the reasons why I like it is because a lot of the backstory of the Predator and the way they are is shown you in the Predator 2 movie, like, you know, the way that they as a society operate, which is kind of cool, you know. So
right.
DJ Crinkly Bags, how you doing today, man? How you doing? Carlito, hope we get some figures out. I mean, I do want a Hot Toys Predator from Prey, but I will not take off that helmet. If that mask comes off, it's staying on. Period. I will glue that on. I don't want to ever see that.
NECA's making them.
Say again?
I know NECA is making them.
Yeah, well, NECA, of course, but I'm gonna go for the Hot Toys. So, yeah, Pharaoh Predator, just crazy looking. I definitely want some. I would like to get Hot Toy wise. I'd like to get the Predator, and I'd like to get Amber Mid-Thunder's character, and maybe the dog too. The whole time I'm like, man, you better not kill the dog.
Yeah.
Let's see. Those wonderful toys. No Predator shots for me this year. I sold them all to Nomad.
I bought all of them. Thank you, dude.
Wow. Single songwriter, good to hear. Love learning photography techniques. Yeah, we're gonna get back into that. I'm sorry, just people were asking about Predator. I want to get that out of the way. Mark Walker, evening. Good evening. Good evening. I like your Stephen Moffat. Isn't it Stephen Moffat? That looks like Stephen Moffat, kind of like a young Stephen Moffat. But yeah, guys, this is Nomad Figures. I seriously suggest you guys check this guy out. He does some great Predator work, and even this cool kiss shot, man, reenacting like the album cover. Where did you get the female ones from? Are they from
so it only came with like 3 of them, but it's like if you look closely, or like if I were to bring it up, they're just repeated, and it's
okay.
Yeah.
All right, but they come with some, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Rock on. I dig it. I'm gonna get into the shots that I did this week, and then we're gonna get into you guys because I don't want this one to be quite as long. In fact, I've only posted 1 shot. No, wait, 2 shots this week. There we go. We got Leo. We got Leo, man. This one, and the cool thing is, I do have the behind the scenes for this one. This one I did in front of my monitor, my television, which I'm starting to get the feel of that now. I'm not 100%, but I'm starting to get there. I'm starting to understand how to use it. And if you see here, this is like in the foreground. This is with him in the foreground. And that's one of the things. I mean, if Trevor was on here today, he does a lot of shooting in front of monitors. You want to have some foreground elements or something else in that foreground with the character to kind of help sell that background of the monitor. Yeah. So, oh, that's that. Yeah. So what I did is I don't have a lot of pieces, but I got this 1 piece, so I put that there, and I even printed out some more pieces to make foreground elements. Like I printed out this barrel.
That's cool.
I can maybe put like a fire in it and stuff, but I got to make that thicker because the light shines right through that. So some of the other stuff I'm going to be doing, but on the video here, you can see right there. I'm using the Spider-Man game, Miles Morales game, this alleyway back in the back, and I legitimately left him there just so you could see that I was using that game for the graphics. So, and then the next shot, he's gone. You can put him out of there. So you got a PlayStation, you can do that. Cyberpunk is another good one. Cinematoygrapher uses Cyberpunk for a lot of his cityscape stuff. To grab those things from, because you can do screenshots from the game and find your specific area. In fact, when I did the shot in the game, it wasn't technically nighttime yet. And you can change that, so you can make the background however you want it. And initially, the background was too bright, and I was able to darken it in the studio mode. So it was really, really cool. Just being able to do that. And then I tried to mimic some of the light sources in the shot from behind him. So this would have been some light coming off of this side and some light from over on this side. So that's how we did that. And of course, I have another light here in the front, just a blue gel light, just showing out, just kind of filling in some of that, just entirely for him, because But and a little bit of a bounce card, which is the same piece of card that I used to cut out the throwing star, because I made that. I printed that on my printer, and then I traced it on this card stock, and then cut it, and then painted it silver. It didn't come out 100%, but that's the best I had, because strangely enough,
as long as it comes out in the shot.
Yeah, strangely enough, these guys don't come with a throwing star. One of them. If I had like the pack with the foot, maybe, I don't know. I don't have the foot though. So. And then I'm using some DVDs, because this is not my normal setup. This is not like my photography table. I'm now trying to shoot in front of my television. So I got DVDs for to hold up cardboard and just put lights on top of, and
whatever you could use, dude.
Yeah, a little candle thing there, and I was trying to go for that whole he deflected a throwing star, and I kind of lost the throwing star a little bit, but that's what I was going for there. We missed some more chat though. Let's see. 616 photos. I got my custom Feral Predator mask arriving this week. Extremely excited to get some photos. Hot Toys will probably take 18 to 24 months. Yes, this is true. But those custom masks, and LRL Customs, great guy. He's probably the one you bought that from. The thing is that mask going to fit? Like, I think the closest Predator that NECA currently has would be the assassin predator from the Predator. That'd be the closest thing they got to that look in that build. So that mask would have to work on him. As far as Hot Toys, I mean, you get one on a Hot Toys figure, none of the Predators are going to look right for that yet. Let's see, Mark Walker. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay, yeah. Hell yeah, Beard. Hell yeah. Sub the Nomad. That's right. Love the Nomad. Single songwriter. Hot Toys should be making all the Predators while the iron is hot and new body designs and resin technologies. Dude, I would love for them to revisit these Predators.
Oh yeah.
I would love to get some more posability out of them and yet still have, the look. So we'll see. Bearded. Yeah, I love some 2.0 versions. Yeah, definitely, guys. See, Moz is going to build a smaller scale volume like they used in the Mandalorian show. Things in the foreground and curved monitors in the background. Dude, I can't afford all that. I got to use the television. That's all there is to it. Pablo, what's going on, man? How you doing? Let's see here. Beard, definitely that must be must buy for me though. I have most of the original versions, single songwriter. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys. All right. Let's see. The other picture I did this week so far, not counting tomorrow, is this guy here. I don't have a BTS video of this one yet.
I like this one. This one is really good.
This one I spent a good time trying to get this light right. This light was a pain in the ass. Because I wanted to light his back up with like an orangish glow, and I even lost a lot of that orange here. It's almost just.
I think it's still perfect though. It's like very subtle. It's not too overpowering.
Well, we got that, but the problem I was having though is the spillage onto his face, and that was the color of the figure because he's Vin Diesel's a darker complexion, not dark, but not a very pale guy. So that orange just really saturated his face, like when you got that warm light on him. So I actually had to stack this shot.
Oh, you did?
The orange light here was done in a different shot. I didn't have that when I did his face. This is just a lot of blues and I think one white. I don't even remember where. I gotta look back at my video and see where I had all it. Like, give me a second.
What did you use for the orange light?
My Lume Cube. It's just the warm, setting, the 3200.
Okay.
So
did it have like the barn door or anything?
Not on the panel. No, the panels don't have a barn door, unfortunately.
Yeah, usually when there's a spill, for me, I would just cut out some cardboard or cardstock, whatever, and start taping it. That's what I would do.
Okay, so the way I have this is actually in this shot. I got a blue light above his head here, and that's the Lume Cube set at 5600 with a blue gel, so it's very blue. It doesn't have much of a green to it at all. And then I have another blue light behind him pointing upwards, and really the whole point with that was just to light up this background with the smoke effect that I used, just to give, just to bring him out of the back. That's why that light was back there. And it's literally laying on the table, pointing straight up, just right behind him. And then I have, I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring me up here. And then this is actually I filmed this after I was already shooting the back of his head. So that's the warm light on the back of his head right there. But there's the light setups there. And I was going to try the barrel. Oh, that's right. I got that snoot over there on that side. That's right. I think I had a snoot. Yeah, I had the snoot in there just to catch the glint on his eyes. No. I don't even think that snoot was on. God, hold on. I'm sorry. This is not usually the way I do things. All right, we'll try this again. Here's a different cut of it. And I apologize. I do have to put this over onto. So there's that warm light behind him. That's all the lights right there. I don't have anything else going.
Okay.
So that overhead light's really what is lighting him. and then just whatever color filters and stuff I'm using. Let me go back to here. But the thing is that was really tricky though is getting his eyes to come out, because I mean his eyes are done in a way that they actually naturally give that kind of, you know, his little glow type night vision effect. So that's why I really love the figure, man. And when you show the eyes, it really pops out.
Yeah, I see that.
But yeah, and then of course Harry's got me doing this whole widescreen thing, so I put letterboxing around most of my shots now. But I like it. I actually like it. It just when you're shooting, you have to keep that in mind though when you're shooting, because you've got to remember you're gonna have to come in, you know, crop a little bit more than what you're actually shooting. So it's a little tricky to play with that. But that's all I've gotten so far this week. I guess I could tease you with tomorrow's shot if you'd like. In fact, I used tomorrow's shot in the wallpaper, or not the wallpaper, the thumbnail. But there's tomorrow's shot for the Shadow Hunter, or for the Tracker Predator.
Tracker.
Yeah,
I like this one.
So the only added effect in here is a little bit of this ember. But all the glow and stuff is in camera. Just some particle embers here. That's all I added, just to kind of make it look like it was next to a fire or something. So, but I've filmed that footage too, so we'll be able to go through all that. All right, here's where we get to have fun, man. This is so each week what I do is I ask you guys to tag me and to hashtag Toymoz so that we can go over your shots, and we're going to do that now. Let's go to the very bottom and work our way up. How about that? Trying to remember where the hell we left off last week. I think we did this one last week. 6 days ago.
Feral.
Well, let's go ahead and start here. This is David's stuff, man. I love David's work, man. He's just he's insane.
I agree.
I'll let you start, man. What do you got to say about this? If you see anything he's doing, anything you want to point out, anything you want to maybe address?
It's crazy, man. Like he said, that's his first time using a monitor as a background.
Oh, he's using a monitor here?
Yeah.
Oh, snack. I didn't even read this. Yeah, there it is, right? When you're using a monitor, I found out, and again, I'm still working out the kinks of this system, but when you're using a monitor and you don't have foreground and background elements, you need to overemphasize the light that monitor is casting on the figure. So, yeah, so he's got the sun, and he's probably casting a light from that sun, but you actually want to bring the light around the arm more, like he's done here. So it kind of wraps, wraps its arm, you know. I'm speaking metaphorically, but wraps itself around the figure a bit.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to pull it into that background. If you don't get that light wrapping around it all, it's going to look like almost like you masked it on top of the background. There's really not a way around that unless you can get that light to come around it and basically just kind of grab it and pull it in. What's up, Crimson Viper?
It's kind of the same thing as composites.
Mm-hmm.
Done,
I don't do a lot of composites, so if you want to break that down, please. Nomad.
Oh.
If you want to break down the composite thing you were about to start on,
it's kind of the same. You want to wrap the light around. It's pretty much the same thing, kind of. I haven't done any monitor shots in since I started. I started off with a monitor shot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, compositing is a lot like it, I think, because I mean, instead of grabbing a background from Photoshop or from Bob's website and put it into Photoshop, you're grabbing it and putting it on a monitor and then taking the figure and putting it in front of that monitor. I mean, so the only thing you're doing differently is, you know, between shooting a figure in front of a monitor and doing a composite with it, is at what point you introduce that background. It's still a flat background that you are kind of putting into it that the figure doesn't actually belong in. So I don't think compositing and whatnot is much different. You know, I think that's going to be very similar. Let me see here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Thank you, Single Songwriter. I appreciate it. It's all good. We don't have tardy slips here, Crimson Viper. We're just glad you're here, man. Just glad we're here. JP Rex the Geek, man. Yes, this is David's work is awesome. Collectors.Orbit. I actually asked him today if he could pop in, but he's got like a 15-hour shift or something. So
yeah,
not today. Not today. Let's see what we got next here. We got your Kiss one. We kind of already touched on this one, but this is Nomad Figures. This is Kiss. This is the McFarlane Kiss figures. And you're shooting at an ISO 250. White balance is still 5600, which is, really, really cold, basically like a white, almost blue on that spectrum. Shutter speed is 1/50, and aperture is at f17. Now, with the way that you have your shutter speed and your aperture, I'm assuming you have to really pump some light onto these figures, right? This is pretty dark, right?
Yeah.
Why is there a particular reason why you're shooting at 1/50 though? Because you're on a tripod, right?
Yeah. So the reason I do it is you just want to get the edges clean because there's so many of them in the subject. So what happens is if you I guess open the aperture way too far, some of them become out of focus.
Yeah.
So you want to sharpen
at that point, you got to choose who your main subject is instead of the whole band. You'd have to be like, I want to choose. That's Ace. This is no. I don't remember who's who. I was never a big Kiss fan, but the only one I ever knew was Gene Simmons because he's a demon, right? But yeah, so this is why his aperture's at f17 is just to keep that focal plane nice and wide enough to even have these girls somewhat in focus. They're not in focus though. They're falling out of focus at this point, but it keeps all of these guys in focus, and it lets these be in focus enough that you can tell what they are instead of them just being blur mush. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. All right, let's move on. A.K.A. He loves this Zod figure, man. This is a Hot Toys, I think. Yeah, Hot Toys collectible Zod figure. He's shooting with the Nikon D7000 and Sigma 105 millimeter lens. I think the lens is a 2.8 f. I don't think that's what he was actually shooting in, but hey, he's giving me some information. I love the light on this though, and it looks like he's taking into that widescreen thing as well. Letterbox look.
Letterbox.
What do you got? Any thoughts or feelings on this one, Nomad?
Love the lighting, dude. The colors on it too, like the warm tone from the right side, a little bit cooler on the left side, more natural.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. I like the colors he's got using here, and I really love what orange can do to like armor and other kind of things. Like I used it on that Predator shot I was showing you guys. It's gonna be tomorrow's shot, and I loved how the orange was able to pick up the little crevices here, like on here. Just like the Predator that I shot, it's able to just get in there on these armor pieces and just like really raise it up and just make it look much more interesting when you do that. And that's why I like that orangish red colors here, man. This is a great shot, A.K.A. There's very little I could say that you need to work on here. Really nice shot. Really, really nice. Guess we'll move on then. And this one is Mad Like a Predator. Almost like a singing scene. Looks like it's an outdoor shot. So Storm Collectibles, outdoor looking shot. His the skyline's back there. I don't know what he's using for his actual light source though. It's not very evident. Maybe a bounce card from the skyline. I'm not entirely sure. It's not a harsh light here though.
No. It's very soft.
Yeah, it's a very soft light. So he may have another accent light to light up this fiery thing here, because that looks like it's not quite on the same as the armor. But this is a nice shot though, really nice shot. I'd like to have seen the behind the scenes of this one though. Any suggestions there, Nomad? Anything you see that I might be missing?
Love it.
Just on what they did or what they could do.
Like how what's that? The main focus is in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably could have cropped this up a little bit too, though. That'd been another thing is you kind of tighten this crop a bit because it's even though you got like something pseudo interesting going on over here. This is like your leaves or whatever, your tree in your background that's breaking up that light, but that kind of I don't think you really need all that space. This could have been a nice shot, if you tighten it up as well. So it's good though. I like it. We'll move on. Beskar Kid, man, he likes to do his like product photography stuff. This is his new Grogu Hot Toys pack. And so basically you get a whole bunch of Grogus, a new pram, a little busket, a little wrapping, and a loft kit. So and the frog. So that's a cute little set. I mean, for what he's doing here with the product photography, he's got nice even lighting here. It looks very natural, like in the room. Like this is what you're going to get when you get it, which I think is awesome. I like what he's doing here. It's great stuff. Good control over the light. And I like the focal range here.
I like that.
Sorry?
I like that.
I like the loft cap. This kind of makes me want to get the set now, just seeing the loft cap, man. It's just like, yeah. And then we got this here. The only thing I really can knock you for, Beskar Kid, is just Mandalorian's pose. It just it's not entirely like wrong, but it's not very fluid like an organic being pose. This is like a figured pose. Don't be afraid to twist that torso a little bit. Just make it a little uneven, make it not so symmetrical, because you got basically straight up and down here, and you could turn this shoulder more towards the camera and give us like a thinner, chest area here, and still have almost the exact same pose, and yet it would just look more alive, more organic. So that's just something that you could think about when you're doing these kind of poses. IG-11 is fine. He's a robot. He could be whatever. Are you able to watch this whole video? Yes, I do leave these videos up, Geek Shots. You can watch them after the stream. Sure, definitely. Anything you want to add there, Nomad? Ooh, I like that. This is a good case in point. I know he doesn't have a torso twist, but you've angled him a little bit, and you get that one shoulder kind of further back than this shoulder, and it just helps sell that fluidity, that biological / not doll, kind of thing. Just by giving it that slight angle. Good stuff, Beskar Kid. Good stuff, dude. A.K.A. is working it, man. I'll let you go first, Nomad. I'm taking the reins.
I like that.
This is Zod.
This is great.
No, he's shot in front of a background in this one. It looks like he might be in front of a monitor. And this is kind of what happens if you can't wrap that light around properly. See how this is looking more like you've masked it on top, masked this into the background. It's got almost like an actual line here. You want to set that up to be more of a light. Like, so this light specifically is not matching the light behind him enough. And that's why he looks like he's kind of pasted into this background. So it's not bad. I mean, it's something that I'm still working on. So
there's a little bit of kind of like halos.
Yeah. You just want to get that almost like a don't be afraid to move your light source, even though you're trying to mirror that light source behind him. Bring it out a little bit to the side so it cuts that a nice little highlight here on the edge, to make it look like, you know, this is not just a two-dimensional light coming at him. You know, because this is the daytime. You know, this day ball is going to cast more light than just the light behind him on the TV screen. So you need to bring that light over his shoulder a little bit on both sides. You know, well, this one's you got it a little bit, but you want a harsher light, probably right on that edge if you can. But yeah, just wrap that character in some light, man. Just bring it in. Yeah, rim lighting. I didn't want to sound like that. I'm always saying rim lighting. But thank you, Crimson. Let's see. Yeah, Geek Shot. Carlito, the Zod figure is underrated. Great looking figure for its time. Photographs well. Great pics. It is a great looking figure, man. It's a shame I don't buy these DC ones too often. Oh, look at this, man. Nomad.
Oh, that's
Look, tell us what you did here.
So, how did I do this one?
I don't know. How'd you do it?
I kind of just like put all 6 of them together. So we got like an hour just setting up, whatever. And trying to look at my setup in there. Aperture was what? F22?
Aperture F32 is what it says. So you had
32.
them all in this shot. You didn't Photoshop these in on top of each other later.
No.
These are all in one shot. Okay.
Yeah, this is all in one shot. I think the only part I've worked on in post were the embers, the flares, eye glow, and the title.
Okay. Now, where were your lighting? It looks like you might have had a light kind of up here, and another one above here.
One overhead. I think 2 soft boxes on the side, and 1 blue Ulanzi RGB that I used in the front.
Yeah.
Kind of in the front.
Yeah, you can see the blue hitting off their armor here.
Yeah.
A little bit on that side. So yeah, you probably got it straight forward. Now you haven't had a Ulanzi catch on fire yet, have you? I heard somebody have that happen to them.
T Nomad did.
Yeah, T Nomad. You guys be careful, man. I see all these people using these Ulanzis, and
so I'm trying to step away from it. I'm using more of my Neowers.
Yeah, and those are USB ones like this one, right?
Yeah.
This is my USB one I got off to the side here. It's just it's got a blue gel in it, and it's just little USB, and it came with its own stands and stuff that were really cool, and it was like $40 for 2 of them. But it's got it comes with little gels too, which is awesome. But I've cut most of those gels up from my Loom cubes now. I use what I can, right? But I love the glow effect. You got some really nice glow work on these eyes, man. Now you did this in Photoshop, right? The glow work.
Yeah. So the way I do it is I start off by drawing the white part inside the eye socket. So the brush I use is soft brush, but it's more towards like hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I draw inside the eye socket, whatever, make sure I leave some like lining, like eyeliner type whatever, and then let the glow kind of like do the rest of it.
Okay. So let me make sure I got this right. So you're drawing inside the eye socket, you're drawing with white.
Just white.
With a soft brush, you're just drawing it with a white?
I use a soft round brush, but more leaning towards more like hard. It's right in between.
And you're filling in that whole eye area with that white to start with?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get the color. What do you do then?
So you got to double click on the layer, get the layer style, and then add some outer glow.
That's all you're doing? Wow.
That's it.
That's a nice looking. I think I've made this much more difficult to myself the way I do it. I usually use the shape tool, and I draw, the shape of the eye, the inside of inside of the mask eye area is what I do. Draw that and let it fill white, and then I blur it so it's not as hard. So I've added a blur to it, and then what I'll do is I'll do another layer on top of that, and do a blend mode to with the color, and do it that way. So I'd blend it with that, but this looks like it works out really well for you. Yeah, blending on a layer is what I would usually do, is like a whole other layer on top of it. And I've learned that really from the lightsaber thing, which I've stopped doing the lightsaber thing. I just use my After Effects to do lightsabers now because it's like cheating. It's
Is
just,
that easier?
it is so much easier because it does all the glow you could possibly want. It just, you just put where the line is. Just there you go, none. But yeah, it's great stuff. Great stuff. Ah, look at David's, but man, look at this. This is the Haya Pred Alien.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No, this one's
for 1/18 scale. These things are wonderful. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Is that the NECA one? It is.
No, this is the 1/18 scale. This is the Haya.
Oh, it is.
I'm pretty sure. Let me. Yeah, high figs. No, it says NECA. Wait, what is it? Dang it. Which is it? Is it NECA or Haya? I think with that base, that's going to be Haya. Dang it. Did he tag them? NECA. No, he's tagging NECA. I guess it's NECA.
It's NECA. Yeah.
All right, my bad. I thought he just bought the Haya one. Maybe the Haya one's not out yet. All right, I'm sorry. Dude, he just does such a great job. Look at that. It's such basic, little setup. I want his backgrounds though, man. I got nothing like that. I'm just admiring it. There's really not much to say about it. Because he shows you everything he does here. He's got this feathered light, just hitting him here. And he's got a light over here hitting him. This is his, his harder light here. And he's just shooting straight on. It's pretty much just sandwiching two lights there, one on each side like that. This one's kind of to the back, and this one's kind of to the front and the side, and it's feathered off, so it's not hitting it directly. And that's all he's doing. And he's got either his white balance is set to a cooler light or something. I'm not sure. It looks like he might have a blue gel kind of partly in there. It's a great shot, though. Ah, I broke it. Oh, no, I was going to AL.Z. All right. AL.Z with his Justice League Batman, I think. Yeah, Hot Toys Justice League Batman. You going somewhere? I heard a car start. Hold on here. Let's see. Crimson Viper. You can do select polygon, select tool, also to trace eye, then go to select refine edge and feather it sound. Yeah, you can do that as well. Geek Shots, gorgeous, yes. NECA. Dockinator. That's the only pose he has, unfortunately, but it's a nice figure. Oh, the NECA Pred Alien? And yeah, the light does capture it perfectly. Great stuff. AO.Z's, man, he's come a long way with his stuff, man. I love this because this cast here can be explained away by some feathered off light from this, bat signal.
Looks great.
And this could just be some city lights or whatever bouncing off to his other side, just bringing them in really well. I like it. It's really framing him in there really well. Looks like he put him on the background though after the fact. He shot him on a standard gray background and then put him in Photoshop. So great job matching the lighting. If that's the case. I talked over you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nomad. You got anything you would like to add?
It's great. It's great.
All right then. All right. Moving on. Let's see here. Darkwing Collections. We got a 501st Rex here. This one, same from the helmet here. See what we got here. Black and white version. Good stuff. All right. So in this shot here, he's got a red light source coming up from the down here in the bottom area. He's got another. I don't know what color he's getting from that, but it's a tinted, maybe they use the tint and use the magenta end of the tint on this light source here, the white tint magenta kind of light here. And then on this side, he's got nothing but white. I would probably limit how the way this light's going here. So you got all this red down here, then it's turning this kind of magenta color here, and then white on this side. It's just kind of awkward. I'm not saying you can't do 3 colors like this, but the transition from this to this doesn't seem to sell the color that you're getting. It's just kind of weird. And so it's throwing off everything else, in my opinion. I'm not saying you should go all red with this either. But I would have maybe shot for more of an orange up here instead of this purple.
Yeah, I want to say so too.
And that would have been a better transition, because it would have been like a more fall off from whatever this red cast is too. Because this doesn't look like it came from that red cast. It just doesn't get explained in the shot where it's coming from at all. And that would probably help sell a lot of this. I would also look at if you're using the Canon EOS M50. I'd slow down your shutter speed and I don't know. Maybe you want that smoke like that. I don't know. It looks kind of weird though. I would have probably gone for a more soupy, foggy kind of look. Again, that's me. It's just that's my personal opinion on that one. But the rest of this, though, the lighting is something that I would say probably you want to address. So, the way you handle the smoke though is entirely up to you. So it's all a matter of opinion on your storytelling. But yeah, it's not a bad shot. You got a lot of hard angles on your light too. Like this is a harsh light. This is the only soft light you have, is this red. Everything else is a harder light. So it's kind of weird too. So much hard light like that. See, JP Rex likes the smoke, so yeah. Cool. Is that Darth Maul's monocle though? I'm wondering. I think that is, or maybe Luke's. Yeah, you might can fix the magenta a little bit in Lightroom, make it an orange. It's gonna be hard to segregate out though, because red is on that same scale as magenta. So when you try to play with it, it's gonna mess with this red too. Even though you've selected magenta, it's gonna make this bleed over area really weird.
That's true.
So playing with that in Lightroom might not work on there. AL.Z bringing out the Flash. Isn't he in jail? Too soon? Nomad, I'll let you go first, man. What do you want to go with this? What do you think?
Is it a composite? Is it a monitor? Can't really tell. Color grading is definitely good. I like it.
Yeah. He's got a pretty solid match of colors here. I'm really digging this. It's a shame though he lost so much red doing the color grade here though. Like it's almost entirely sepiaed out. Like the saturation of the red is almost all sucked out of it. I'm not saying you'd want to go too far in it, but even with Zack Snyder, that would be more of almost a blood red right here instead of this yellowish red that's sapped out of here. But it's not bad. It's really nicely done. Your light source is matching for the most part. You are matching the background for the most part. This darker shoulder here, though, you probably want to bring that light over it a little bit more. And again, wrap your light's arms around that shoulder a little bit. Just get that dark line out of there and make that more of a light. And then you'll be good. Great stuff, though. Great stuff. Move on. This is the Iron Man Mark V from JV Figure Collector, along with some Spider-Man stuff here. This is either really done well or done wrong. I can't tell. Like, he doesn't quite match the scene, but he looks like this could just be like a diorama behind him, almost. He's standing out though, like he doesn't quite belong there, but yet he looks like that could be just a diorama set for him to be in as well. Does that make sense to you, Nomad? What I'm saying there?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't know how you manage that, but it's pretty cool though.
It's nice, but he could have added a little bit more light in the front.
A little bit more white in the front, you said?
Yeah, a little bit light.
Yeah, very possible.
Since the light source looks like it's coming from above, midday.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Geek Sock says not much transition from Vince to the armor. You are losing it a little bit there, yeah. You are getting a little lost in that translation there, but I think this really could just use just a once over with some color grading is really what it could do. I mean, it's not so much the fact that you have to repair like color differences, but just kind of maybe bring some more contrast to the background. I think that's what would do it because I think he's got some better contrast here than the background. Especially with the fence, it's very brilliant. Then the Spider-Man. Now, are we looking at skills or what? Are these skills in the movie? Oh, where'd you get a 1/6 scale police car? Tell me. You're shooting in front of a monitor with this guy? I don't know. But either way, these look great. I wish I could see them bigger. I almost think these are all movie stars here in the film. Yeah, these are great. Move on. Ripper Can, Luke Skywalker, and Ahsoka Tano. Who is that, Black Series or something? We've got a couple of shots to choose from here. Which one do you like best, Rob? I don't know if you're not hearing me or what.
You're like cutting out, dude.
I'm still cutting off?
Yeah.
Oh, let me turn off my fan. Hold on. I'm going to give you... All right, let me know if I keep cutting out because I turn off the fan.
That's better.
What are your thoughts on this here? Which one do you like best?
Is that the first one?
This is the first one. Then I'm going to move over to the next one. Then the next one. So between these two is one's focused on Ahsoka and the other one's focused on...
I think it would have been better if they were both...
No, wait. Sorry, first one's Ahsoka, focus on Luke, then Ahsoka. And then what were you saying better? I'm sorry?
I think it would have been better if they were both in focus since they're side by side. She's not really behind him,
She is a little behind him, but not far. What is this? Stop. What is this calling me crap? Did that pop up on the screen for you guys too? Anyway, I'll have to yell at people. Hold on. Who's trying to call me? Stop calling. Stop calling. I yelled at them. All right, I'm sorry. Where were we?
Focus.
Oh yeah. I think, yeah, she's just a little too far out of focus here. Even in, I'm not saying she needs to be exactly in focus, but she's just falling off too far.
Yeah, she's not too far off from him.
Yeah, she shouldn't be falling off that much. I wish you'd put in your your aperture settings so we could have seen what your depth of field was here. But raise that f setting up to something higher. I don't know what you're at now, but
Probably 11 for both of them.
Yeah, probably shooting around 11, so double that almost. You have to introduce a lot more light though, but you're gonna want to probably try to double that. At least get her into focus. Just play with that f-stop until you can get her into focus, because and maybe not 100% focus. Maybe she falls off a little bit, but not this much. And where's the other one? Wait. And that's too much as well. So if she falls off, you want her to fall off just a tiny bit, just to kind of let you know that she's a little behind him, but not so much to say that she's like a mile back. So otherwise, it was not bad. I like it.
Okay.
I would crop it though too. I'm partial now to the letterboxing, but you can do the letterboxing here, and it could make it look like a still from the show or something. So it's pretty cool. Blame Harry though if you hear me talking about those letterbox crops anymore. Quainar, man, Quainar 52 with the Darth Maul. This is the Hot Toys Phantom Menace Darth Maul. It looks like. Yeah, it's not the sideshow one because you can move the eyes on this one. This isn't bad. I don't know what kind of shot you're going for though, Quainar. It's a very, like a straightforward kind of portrait.
Yeah.
And I personally would have introduced a little something to it somewhere. That's just me though. It's not necessarily has to be done. Casper Corners, what's going on, man? How you doing? Nomad, you got anything to suggest? What if they need to introduce?
I'd probably crop it. I'd probably make it a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Like get rid of the right side a little more. Bring it closer to his face.
Okay, on the camera left then, his right. So bring this more in to like
maybe right side, here. The darker area.
Oh.
That side.
Camera right. Okay, gotcha. So bring that in, yeah, because his shoulder looks really, awkwardly longer here too.
Yeah.
Just that position. Something that bugs me though is the red, and I know he's got a red face, but I think it's a little too deep, and I probably would have lightened that a little bit, just a hair, because it almost looks like it's oversaturated.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, yeah.
But that could be movie accurate too. I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time watching Phantom Menace. What's going on, Mike? Man, insightful imagery in the house, man. What's going on, dude? You're making some big bucks selling some awesome diorama pieces, dude. Tempted. I'm just too poor. And Big Dog Pound, by the way. I didn't mean to miss you there. What's going on? How you doing, buddy? Casper Corners, things are good. Just knocking out some new reviews. Good old Toy World, Yeah. I'm over there. JP Rex thinks that Maul's eyes are too bright. You're referring to the whites? That is kind of off-putting now that you mention it. Yeah, the whites, seeing the white of his eyes is kind of weird now that you mentioned it. That could be what's really messing up my whole perspective of this. I don't know. But again, like I said, it's not a bad shot. I would have liked to have cut his face with some more color, though, besides just the red, I think is what it would be. And, of course, cropping it. That would be another good sell on that. Let's go. A.K.A. with his Flash figure again. Why is this so small? Are you, like, cutting it 4x3? What is this? That's weird. Nomad, feel free. Feel free, man.
Is he trying to give that a film look?
Yeah, it looks like he's doing that film look, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess because Justice League was in that 4-3, wasn't it? It's an interesting choice, though, to go 4-3 in the entire movie.
Is that like electricity, lightning, or what is that?
Say again?
Is that like lightning effect?
Yeah, it looks like he's doing some maybe some PNGs, and changing the opacities and stuff, doing the lightning effect on there. I can't say for sure though. Or maybe he's just using stickers or whatever app he's got, you know, to do some editing. They got stickers now.
A little bit brighter.
What's that? The lightning?
Yeah.
And also that light needs to cast, I think, on the body, which is a lot of work to do in a Photoshop type setting. But you want to, you know, try to cast that light on there. So if you know you're going to use lightning and have that blue, you may could even do it practically with some blue and then mask out where you don't want the blue. That'd be the best, easiest way to do it. So you shine the areas with that bluish light, and then you take your masking tool and you refine those selections a bit by having this other layer behind it. So you can do that. The other thing that's a little weird is like his head's the only thing that's not blurred. Like the rest of his body is all blurred. It's kind of, I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, it's a great looking shot. It just there's a couple weird. I wish I could put my finger on it, but it's not quite. I feel like I'm not able to do my job today. There's a lot of that's weird. You got him matching the background better though. Even he's got the highlights. It's wrapping him in that background better, so he's matching that composite a little better. So it's good stuff. Aging Plastic, what's going on? Found you guys through the collective. Great show. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have to refresh this probably. All right, we went over your Predator shot already. A.K.A. again though with his Jazz Inc. 1/12 scale Batmobile from Justice League. Let's see. This is really awesome. The actual picture of the car, but I can't tell where is it driving? Is it jumping? It's like it's not really in contact with whatever this background is.
Really nice night glow though.
Yeah, he's got a great job on all really that. Good. But it looks like it's just kind of in the air on top of a screen. Or it doesn't quite work with the background. To me, anyway. Does it look like it's actually in that background to you? Oh, Nomad? He lost his camera or something. It's all dark. All right, we'll keep moving then. Hopefully we'll be back here in a minute. But wait, nope. So many questions. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, over here, A.O.Z, this car might be jumping. I don't know. I can't tell for sure. But it doesn't look like it's rolling on a street. And if it is, the perspective of the background does not match the perspective of the shot of the car. So I'm hoping that it's supposedly jumping, but I don't know how you're going to sell that jump. You got all this moving, but no movement here. It's just kind of look like it's placed on top of this background. It's kind of weird. So there's something to look into when you go through that. But the lighting on the car itself, like the shot of the actual car, you did a great job with it. Boop, boop, nope. It matches the background color wise really well, and the lighting on it looks really good. So I like the actual look of the car. The background is just a little funny. And we already talked about Nomads here. Let's move over to the Alpha Raptor with his Godzilla, old school Godzilla in the black and white. He's got his main light source over here on this top right side here. And then, wow, I love this, man. The little city diorama and everything. This is like a little NECA Godzilla. Kind of crazy here. I'm really digging this here. So it looks like you probably have some sort of bounce on this left-hand side. Hey, there you are.
So camera's overheating. DSLR. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah.
You can just use your phone if you want.
I'll see. Probably try out my webcam if anything.
Or yeah, you can do that too. If you want to, pop out and pop back in, I'll just keep moving. Something just beeped. I don't know. All kinds of beeping. Anyway, sorry. So you get your harsh light here on the right side, then it looks like you get a Alpha Raptors. Looks like you get a bounce card here on the left side on the back end, because it's not really lighting the front of his neck up too well, just the head. So it's kind of upper left, and it's rolling off here. That would be how I'd do it anyway, if that's what what you're doing. Um, Again, hard to say, but it looks like you got either a cardboard cutout or a screen for the backdrop and these little foreground elements, which is really selling the backdrop. It's a great shot, man. Um, is that a gorilla shot? Oh, hold on. You back? Oh, well, we saw you. Okay, well. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll skip some stuff. Ahsoka Tano, Beskar Kid. What's going on, man? What's going on? Beskar Kid, you got this great little Ahsoka Tano here. Again, Beskar does kind of more of a product photography deal here. In this particular shot, I think this yellow needs to come in a little bit more orange. So you could play around with your hue saturation and kind of get more orange out of that yellow, that gold. It's kind of lost the orange, particularly in the face. So if you want to just target the face, because the arm looks like it's about right. If you want to just target the face, depending on the app, you can usually just do a masking brush to the face area and just select the saturation levels of your orange for that. I would have brought a little bit of orange into that if I could. Okay, we're straight on the face here. Let's see. Does it say what you're using? No. It's not a bad shot though. It's really nice, clean. The light's not harsh at all. It's a nice smooth lighting on her, except you get the glare on the lips, which works for her lips. That's pretty nice. I wouldn't have shot her straight on though. And if you do, you need to maybe put the eyes like down a little bit because it's kind of creepy. This figure, you can move the eyes on her, so play around with the eye positions. You don't have to have her look straight at you, or if you do, maybe not quite as intense with the eyes like straight out. Because for one, this left one, if you're looking straight at her, is almost looking a little wall-eyed going out to the side, and it's probably not. So you need to adjust for these things when you're playing with her eyes. You need to subtly make changes so that the eye looks like it's actually pointing where it's supposed to be pointing. This is nice here, especially with the ring light caught in the eye here. It's really nice. I like that a lot, but that ring is a little large. If it was a little smaller, that'd be even better, but I like this a lot. I don't know why she's coming off so gold though. She should be more orange. Could be just your white balance in the camera. It's very hard to say for sure though. Yeah, this is a nice one here. It's very basic, museum pose, very straight up and down. You got a little bit of overdone light here on the arm, which is causing that highlight here, which makes her look sweaty or rubbery or something here. So maybe we want to try to bounce that light instead next time, so it's a little bit more subtle, not as hot on her arm, not as bright. Again, rocking a pretty solid shot here. Pose is pretty decent. What I hate about this figure though with the posing is the way her skirt can ride funny. You gotta make sure you go back and address that when you pose her. Again, you're getting those highlights and stuff on her, which is making her look a little plastic. You want to try to mute this light down a little bit more. Don't make it as a direct light. And she's still a little yellowy. And we're back to this straight on shot here. Again, I would play with the eyes. I would get the eyes looking a little different. So obviously your ring light is up here, is casting downwards. Here the ring light cast in her eyes isn't quite working. You want to probably get that light cast over to like one side, not so much straight on. It's like she's doing her own YouTube video here. This one, she's a little overblown out here. She looks pretty good here, but and actually Anakin came out the best here. This is really nice. I like this look of Anakin right here. Good stuff though overall, man. Good stuff. JP Rex, man, look at this awesome shot reenacting the end of the first Jurassic Park with the T Rex, knocking over the fossils and stuff in the museum or the main hall or whatever. This is a great redo of that shot. It looks to me like you might be using a screen grab for this background. I don't know. That looks mighty clean. Are you using a screen grab here? Have to be. I mean, I wouldn't imagine you'd build that whole diorama for this. I love how you got the ticker tape kind of sign here falling over it, and obviously you had to use something a bit more sturdy than cloth because it would just draped and fallen off the body. Great stuff here. Your light on the dinosaur is actually really done well. I love you get your above light here, and yet you're not losing too much of the fall off. It's not getting too dark until you get completely underneath it, which is great. So I'd like to think you got a bounce card kind of over here, pointing back up towards the body, kind of keeping that a little bit more lit down the side of it. But I could be wrong. Great stuff. I would also, but this is just me. I would have gone into Photoshop and got rid of these joints. Which is pretty easy to do. I love the little fossils down here too. I don't know what you use for them, but these are pretty cool. I don't know if that's actually fossils of a Triceratops. I can't tell. Yeah, Big Dog Pound. I'm right there with you, man. This is a pretty cool dino shot, man. And yeah, this is an awesome recreation, JP Rex, man. I'm digging this. I'm really digging this. I hope Nomad gets his stuff sorted out soon, man. I'm very worried about him. Let's send out a search party. But I'm digging this, man. JP Rex, you're doing a great job with this one. Maybe in the future. Oh, this device not connected. All right, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Nomad. I'm watching you. Don't know where my mouse is, but I'm watching you. The next thing I would probably do to just kind of give this photo a little bit more life is I would use some kind of vapor or something, maybe a little aerosol, just to put some texture in the air. And I think that's all you need. Just give it a little texture to the air. Just kind of fill that space so it doesn't look so. Because I mean that would just sell it for the realism right there. Just adding that little bit of texture in the air. Playing around with that. Great stuff. I like it. Well, that's not part of this. Mark Walker photos. Maybe we got Shredder. What is he playing with there? There's Michelangelo back there. I don't know what Shredder's playing with. I don't know what that is. They're playing catch, keep away, something like that. Is that some controller? I don't know my TMNT lore enough. There he is. I'll get you back in here. Nomad, you with us? I don't hear you, sir. Make sure your mic's on, sir. You're not muted. No, you just mute yourself. Maybe you need to set your laptop to use a different microphone or something. I'm not hearing you at all. Apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll get this straight here in a minute. When I hear you, I'll acknowledge you, but I'm going to keep looking at this picture and talking. Nope, don't hear you. So yeah, so we got a little behind the scenes shot here. He's got this reflector here bouncing light on his front. He's got the sun to their backs. And Donatello wanted some shade though. I don't know what's going on over here with Donna. But yeah, so this is adding a really nice, see how the bounce though is giving you some good lighting here, but not overpowering. And that he's got the harder light here to really bring the figures out, right? So that's what your sun with the bounce is going to do right here. This is a great example of that.
Is it working?
Wait, I got you. What?
No.
Yeah, I hear you. I can hear you now. Whew. All right, Nomad, you've been going for a bit. What do you think of this shot?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
All right, just okay. What is this thing that's flying through the air, though? Do you know your Turtles lore? Do you know what this is? Is this like a controller for Krang or something? Where's Lou when you need him? I don't know what this is. Nope. Yeah, Mark. That's the only thing is I don't know what that thing is. It's just driving me nuts. I don't know what that is. Is it remote control? I don't know. But it looks like they're playing keep away with Shredder running around in the middle. The other thing is kind of awkward is just the direction of this particles or sand or whatever you got going on here. Oh, it's Shredder's mask. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? It just tilted funny. Thank you, Pablo. It's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, Crimson Pablo beat you to it, but thank you, appreciate it. So all this little dirt and stuff flying in like really hard from this side. It's kind of weird that it's flying in from over there. What's in the picture? What is causing that? It's. I'd almost say go without this dirt right now because it doesn't seem to match with the scene at all. Like, I don't know. It's good practice though to learn how to take the picture of the stuff like that, but it doesn't necessarily work for this shot. Would you agree or disagree, Nomad?
I agree.
Okay. Agree. You're blocking your entire face with your microphone, though. Just want you to know that. I mean, we don't need to see you unless you want us to see you. If you don't want us to see you, that's cool, too. Whatever. All right. Well, moving on then. Move on. This one's Ian right here, man. Ian Saunders, man. This is pretty cool. Got Darth Vader standing over Wolverine. Now, I got Ian here. Which figures are these? Which Darth Vader and which Wolverine figures are these? That's the new Mezco Wolverine? Black Series Darth Vader? I don't know. He's got a black and white in color. What do you think, Nomad?
I like the black and white one.
You like the black and white? I'm leaning towards the color one myself.
Yep.
They're both pretty good.
One's good.
I don't know. I kind of like the color one. The only thing that's weird about the color one, though, is in the color one, you can tell the lightsaber doesn't quite work. It's like the wrong kind of red with the light you got going on here. Crimson says maybe higher shutter speed for sand if it's all practical. It is a practical effect sand in that shot. Okay, Mezco Wolverine, great. Awesome. And JP Rex agrees with me. The colored one is great, brings out much more detail. I love it. I think it does too. I think it brings out a lot more detail. I'm not saying that anybody's wrong. These are all matter of opinions here, but the only problem is with this is that you got a corresponding kind of reddish tone down here that kind of matches what this lightsaber looks like it's capable of giving out, but this red up here does not match that lightsaber at all. This is more of a magenta, and this is more of a red-orange, which is what this lightsaber is based in. So that's the thing that kind of doesn't sell this, is just the color differences here. Also, guys, for the lightsabers, if you remember, Harry's got this lightsaber pack now that you guys can get, members can get, and it's basically all 5 different colors lightsabers. So you got gold, green, purple, red, and blue. And you'll be able to use these, they're PNGs or whatever, you'll be able to use them straight onto your work, and you won't have to do a lot of work to it. You just pop them on there, and they'll look awesome. That's for the members, which I think is $2.99 a month. So if you're a member, you get a lightsaber pack. We haven't sent them out yet, but the current members, just make sure you email me if you're interested in that lightsaber pack.
What is it? Lightsaber overlays?
Yeah, they're overlays that he's done them in After Effects, so the same place I build mine at. He's cool. Better at it than I am, though. Here, I'll show you what he's got here real quick. Let me open up. He just used it. His most recent version he used on that. Well, you got this. Didn't I send you this wallpaper? But that's the lightsaber overlay pack that he's. That's okay. What the lightsabers will come out like.
Cool.
You know, here.
That's nice.
Yeah. Now, of course, this here is a flare on top of that, so you won't get the flare in the pack. You'll get the overlays of the lightsaber though. But yeah. And again, I've been using them too, but I don't do enough with mine. And he's a bit more consistent with his lightsabers. Mine are. I'm still playing with settings and doing different things. Like this one's a little different. There's a lightsaber saber effect here, but I've lost it because of how close they are. And that's one that I made myself. But I think my best one on this account is probably Anakin's. Same plugin, same thing. Although I needed to add a blur to it because it should be a depth of field blur here. So, but yeah, that's the lightsaber pack though. If you guys are members, we'll get you those lightsaber packs. All right, Green Man. That's green with 3s instead of E's. Five Nights at Freddy things, I guess. I know nothing about this, but yeah, 8-year anniversary of Five Nights. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy. And I don't know what figures these are, but it's not a bad shot. Looks like you shot it on your phone, though. You got your one main light source up in this area, pointing kind of down, and shot in front of a. You got something bouncing on the side here too. Maybe another light on the side. Can't say for sure, but it's not bad. I'd probably crop this though. In fact, I would crop it. I don't think you need to see anything down past the cake here, the cupcake. Yeah, I would letterbox it, crop it. I would come in like that and crop it up here. You can crop his ears, it's fine. And then crop just underneath the cake. That's all you need to see. Everything else below that you don't need to see. So I think that would help sell this a lot. Let's see. Ian BS Obi-Wan Vader. Let's see. Ian went B&W just for Toymoz collect. Okay, all right. The black and white is fine. In fact, Nomad liked it better, but
yeah,
I like the color one personally. Lightsaber sucks. First time doing it. Don't really buy Star Wars. No, I get you, man. Lightsabers, they can be tricky. They do take. There's a learning curve to figure out how to make them for sure. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy. Dude, those wonderful toys. Look at this one right here, man. Look at
That's cool.
this. Was it the NECA Freddy Krueger? I'm gonna assume it's NECA because it looks like a plastic and not a cloth shirt. I'm looking for a tag to see if he tagged NECA, but I don't see it. It's Wes Craven Day though. I really like what you did here, man. I like the light you capture, like the little subtle light beams coming from the window here. I like that a lot. I like the fact that he's in the shadows here. The only thing I would add is maybe a bounce card on this side to bring some of that light back on that side. I'm not saying to bring his whole face out, but just to catch some more of that detail because you get some going here.
Like subtle light?
Yeah, just some subtle, just to catch more of that burnt detail there. That's just what I would go for. Maybe bring out a little bit on the back side of the glove, kind of, outline that glove a little bit more because even though the silhouette's cool, the outline I think would have even made it, just like that much cooler. So it's a great shot though. I really love this window and the light coming through it. I really love that part. And I love the light that gets caught on him on this side, but this darker side I think needs a little bit of something, and a bounce card probably would be that. Nomad, you got any thoughts, or did I cover that all?
Pretty much covered it, but overall it's really nice. I like that.
This is your boy, man. Those wonderful toys, right?
Yeah.
He sold you all those Predators or something, right? This is the guy, right? That's right, right? That's the guy? That was the guy? Yeah. And he looks like he went all in the Mezco. Is that what he did? Sold his Predators and went all in the Mezco, because this is all Mezcos. He's got this cool, is this Exquisite Sets little scene or something? Like, this looks like cardboard scenes here. This reminds me of, this shot here reminds me of like a play. Like they're on stage.
Oh, stage play.
Doing like a West Side Story or something.
I see that.
Doing, but that's just the impression.
Maybe, the lighting looks like a spotlight.
Yeah. It's not bad though. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it as that cool. like a play, I really dig that. And if that's what you're going for, that's even better. I'm really digging that. So it's hard for me to comment on what you should or shouldn't do here. Because if you're going for that, you nailed it. If you weren't going for that, it still looks cool because that's what I feel that you're going for. So I really can't point out like something you should change because I feel like this was intentional. And I like it. I like where you're going with this.
Even the backgrounds actually go with it.
Yeah, yeah. It makes everything work in this shot. You know, it makes it all work. So I hate to go playing with it at all. So I'm gonna move on. I'm sorry if you guys wanted to hear me rip that apart, but there's nothing to do there. 616 photos, man, pulling out the Celtic Predator. This is the Hot Toys Celtic Predator. So he's pulling out the big guns. Let me hit that like button, man. Nomad, this is a Predator. I'm gonna let you jump in. What are your thoughts?
Bad boy. I like how what's that? How he cropped the helmet to like as under his forearm.
What's that under his forearm? Oh, you mean how he uses forearm to cut
his forearm, like the cropping.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what else he's got here. Oh,
okay.
That is cool. That's actually pretty cool. I've never seen that. That is cool.
That's cool.
What is it doing? That makes me think I should do that with mine, man, because I do the widescreen crops. But that'd be kind of cool. kind of do that. Be like, you want to see the rest of it?
All, he uses stage blood.
Oh, snap. I don't have blood on my Celtic. I do have a custom Celtic mask. I'm gonna grab it real quick.
He adds stage blood on it.
See, I couldn't do that though to my Hot Toy. Hold on, let me grab this. This is a second mask that I got from Fugitive Predator Customs for my Celtic. I'm gonna give myself the camera here, but it's
oh, nice.
So it's a secondary mask. His main mask is not like this, of course, but it's even got the hole going all the way through it.
Yeah.
So it's, if you guys haven't seen AVP, this is how it ends for Celtic, unfortunately. He gets too cocky. He thinks he's killed it, and then he realizes, sadly, that he did not kill it. So, but that's how I got mine there. But I really like the blood on that, too. That's pretty cool. Let me go back to that. I really do dig that blood on it. I'm going to shut my cabinet real quick. Nomad, keep talking. Go ahead. All right, don't then. Oops, whoa. Okay, Nomad, just future reference. Your job when I walk away is to fill that silence with something.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm digging everything you did here, 616. This is really all aesthetic choices that I could go with when I'm talking about this stuff. Is I probably would have gone a bit more contrasty, but that's just me. Again, it's aesthetics. This is just your choices here. Hold on, somebody wants to send me a message. Let me see this Kill Cutter. What do they want to send me a message here? Oh, they sent me a post. Cool. They tagged me. So we got some more tags coming in. Let's refresh the tags here. Kill Cutter, man. Here we go. Brand new follower here. Ooh, look at this.
Kill Cutter. Really good at composites. Really good.
Is this a composite? It looks like it's all in camera. Except for maybe the grain effect or rain effect. Everything else looks in camera. Let me go over some. Yeah, this rain or whatever, that's obviously not in camera, but the rest of it. Yeah, see this raw? So yeah. All right.
So it's all in camera.
Yeah, he did pretty much all this in camera. Just did some color grading. Lit up the eyes a bit. I like the color grading choices on the crocodile. You made that look less plasticky and like a toy, and brought it out.
Check out his YouTube channel. He does a lot of composites.
Okay, I will definitely do that. Killer, I really can't knock the shot at all. I can't really recommend anything, but I mean,
It's really
one
good.
thing I did see is like how much light you're adding back into the Predator's mask, and I feel like you can do that in the camera. Because his mask is really dark pre-composite, before you do anything. Why your lights are really far away. I wonder if they need to be that far away. That could be why you need some light there in his face. Also, a way you can get some light in his face is put a little bounce card down here on the bottom. Just, bounce some of that light that's above him back up into his face. Because this water, you got to think about it. You're shooting in the water, right? This water, granted, it's the hazy, rainy days, what you end up doing with it, but water is still reflective. I mean, look at this, look at this machinist weight here. Look how much reflection you're getting off of that. So you could use that to your advantage and fake that as put a little bounce card, like a little piece of white card in there. And that would probably really help out here. Let me follow you back there, buddy. Yeah, I think that would bring out his face. Or another thought is what I've done in the past is you get a little piece of whiteboard and put a hole in it and put it around your lens. So you got a whiteboard just right there coming from your lens, like giving you some of that forward light towards your subject. So any light that's heading towards your camera is going to bounce back towards that subject. That might help too, because this whole side of him is really dark. And you got a lot of your light is focused on the top areas. So most of your light's focused coming down. And you really needed a light or some kind of light source coming from this front because you're blowing them out a bit, trying to bring that light back in, in the After Effects stuff. So, Nomad, you got anything you want to add?
It's great. It's great.
All right. Yeah, that's my thoughts. So, Kill Cutter photo, not killer. Kill Cutter photo. Your rain effects, you probably want to play around with that a little bit too. These are very uniform. I guess you're trying to go for that dripping down the body.
Probably add some motion blur on it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's going for the dripping off the body is what it really comes down to. Because if you look, it kind of starts here and stops down.
That.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though. I dig it. But yeah, definitely add some motion blur to the other ones you got back here in the back. But this is very freeze-framey. But yeah, great stuff, man. Great stuff. I want to look at some of your other stuff. Is that okay, Kill Cutter? Let me know, man. I want to go flipping through some of your other stuff and look over it. See if we got anything else here. I got to make sure to check the hashtag too, because sometimes they just hashtag. Well, that's all we got there. So let's go to. I didn't mean to capitalize that, but all right. Ooh, this is new. PL Toy Box Photography, man. 17 hours ago. This is cute, man. I dig this. Let me check over here. I like that one better, though. I do. I dig it, man. You get your light source over on this side here, and everything else is just bouncing back from this side. It's like a blue bounce back, though. Maybe it's a blue light on its own. You get the blue hue here. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. Nomad, you see anything the PL might want to address?
I dig it. It's cool.
All right. AL.Z. Oh, that's July 1st. I mean, it's old. All right. 2 hours ago. Here we go. Geek shots, man. We didn't see this one earlier. Some Green Lantern love in here with. I like this little twist, man. You got Deadpool as a Green Lantern. That's it's kind of funny. I dig it. There's nothing inherently wrong here. Again, I would use your crops to your advantage, though. I mean, as we found out, you don't have to stick in these formats that Instagram is shoving down your throat now. You can do like a nice letterbox effect, which I think would help sell this. Although you're going to lose a lot of these foreground elements doing that. The only thing other than that is Kilowog's face might be a little overexposed for what you want to do. I'm not saying for the scene it doesn't work, but it is a little overexposed for the actual picture. So maybe bring up some of the blacks and whatnot here on his face specifically, just to claim some of that back from being washed out so much. Yeah, I'll kill her. We'll take a look at some of the other stuff here. See if there's anything else here we're missing. I got tagged again. PL Toy Box. Look at this, man. He loves the little mezcal, man. He's got the blue skulls, he's got the pink skulls. I'm digging that. I like how the blue skull is kind of photobombing here. It's like, what's up? Dude. I'm curious, though. This is kind of a tangent, but these figures, the leather, is that pleather or leather? I'm curious. I do like the lighting on this. Again, this feels like it's a stage play, though, which is great, I think, for what it is. And I love the little motorcycles. Do these come with the motorcycles? This is cool. But as far as lighting, these figures are lit very well. I really can't complain here. Especially if you want for that stage show thing. I'm gonna hit that like button. Nomad, do you see anything that he might want to address? She, he, them?
It's great. I like it.
You're just my yes man today. It's great. Oh, black and white version of the Blue Skull guy. I actually like this a lot. Do we have a color version too? No, that's just your Pablo thing. I dig this. I love how the detail in the skull actually comes out with the the black lines here running through the skull and stuff. I really dig that in the black and white version. You see that better than the colored version. Lighting on this is pretty on point as well. Pablo, I'm not seeing a lot to nitpick on you at all. Look at this guy, man.
More of a warm black and white look.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that sepia tone in it.
Yeah,
it's really nice, man. And now, see, I'm a weird guy, man. Like, I would have gone through, though. The only thing I would do differently is I would have gone through, and I know you could do it. I would have gone through with some Photoshop and got rid of that joint. Been like, you know what? That scene, get out of here. It doesn't need to be here. And I know you can do it. I can tell by your diligence and your work. All right. We've already gone through all that. More PL Toy Box. Pablo. Nice. Hey, look at the bike, man. This is so awesome. I love how his eyes are just kind of white like that. And dude, this is so cool. The color version? No. Just black and white. He's got a gun. He's a hoodlum. What? Dude. Pablo, man, this is on point, man. I'm loving this whole shot. I'm just loving it. I wish I could say something to help other people out, but I just love it. I love it too much. More Pablo. So it looks like this is actually
love that pose.
Pleather here. I'm sorry?
Love that pose.
Yeah, I love the looking over the shoulders.
Like
is awesome.
Look.
Yeah. Dude, this is awesome. This could be like a cool cover photo for something, Pablo.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I love this. Again, we'll go back to that sepia tone black and white, which works here. I like this shot here, but if I were to choose between the two, I like the one before this one more. I think just with his skull shape, that over the shoulder look, especially the eyes, I think that just really plays out much better with that than that one. But still not bad. Still not bad. I gotta hit that like button, man. I hope give you some love. Real nice, even lighting around the whole thing. Did I love this one too? No, I gotta love that. I must love it. Ooh, here's one we didn't see.
That's nice.
Zek Zach Zoom. You're trying to kill me. Just saying. So here you're using a lot of blues here. It's really nice. I think we need to brighten it up a little bit and maybe cut this with a little bit of white. Like on this side that's got the harsh blue or the really bright blue. I would have maybe grabbed white there and brought that out. Used blue for the rest of it, so it would have still given you that blue overtone throughout the whole piece, but it would have cut this mask and brought him out better, I think, if you use the white light there. Good case in point is oh, I got mentioned in a comment. I'm gonna pull this up in a minute. Let me find a shot that I was talking about though. Riddick is not a good case in point because I did blow him all out with some darks, but man, I'm sure I got something I can use here to. Don't mind me as I look. It's all good. I guess here, you know, he's still a little darker, but you see here, I kept a lot of the blue tones, but you
little
can
bit
see
softer.
that he's got the white going in there too. So it just helps bring him out of that, and yet it's not pulling him out so much so you're saying, hey, I'm pointing a white light at him. It is, though, pulling him out so much that you can see him.
It's very subtle.
Yeah, very, very subtle. You just got to play with that. Let me see what 1/6 shooter did real quick because he tagged me. I think it would like me to go over this one. This is, god damn. Trevor, you are cheating. That's all I'm saying, man. Look at this. This is... Now, knowing Trevor, this backdrop is going to be his screen. He's got foreground element rocks here. This is, I think, Mythic Legion's like a troll figure. Jesus Christ, Trevor. I love how the light is on his arm here. I love how it brings out his arm. It makes it look so real. And over here. Have you seen Trevor's stuff, Nomad?
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, it's just so evil and wrong, but yet good.
Yeah.
Trevor, you know I got nothing I can touch you on, man. You know I can't touch this. There's nothing I can do here. If you wanted to pop on, man, I wish you'd said something though. I would have brought you in here. God, I love how you get such command. You just got complete control over the light in this shot. And it just, everything that you'd want to come out is coming out, and I love it. What's going on, Quan? How you doing, man? No, it's all good. I was looking at this earlier, and you got your main light source, of course, rimming everything out from the screen area back here, because you can tell from this hot shoulder here. And this is just what I was talking about with having a screen and making sure your light hugs and comes over that it comes over the actual shoulders or whatever the figure, and not just falls on its back. You need to come around that shoulder because it's the light is bringing that into the picture. It's bringing it into the background. Same thing with the troll here. It's bringing, like, right around here. You can see it. It's that light that you're using to augment to make it look like it's coming from that source is pulling it into that flat 2D screen that you got behind it. So you got your hardest light back here. And he looks like he's got a bounce over on this right-hand side somewhere. Right around his elbow, maybe a little higher because it's just a slight bounce here because this isn't too bright. But this is pretty bright, so I don't know where this one's coming from. Is this coming from maybe your light source is not as far back as I'm thinking. It is more above, but on that side, that back side of the troll. That could very well be what it is. Trevor, I know you don't have a BTS, but if you can point any of that out, that'd be great. Single songwriter, he says, what an amazing looking shot for Pope. Dude, this is beautiful. I love it, man. I love it. I want to be on this level at some point in my life. I do. Gold bounce card. Okay. Yeah, that's where he's gotten that tone from. That's why it's not too heavy. Yeah, I like that. Gold bounce card. But the hand. So this is an overhead light, right? Right over here, but on the back side of the troll. That's that why the light is catching so well on the hand too? That's not coming from that bounce card. Unless you get another bounce card. Sorry guys, we're working this out. I will piece this together. And then he's got probably snoots pointing at the sword to bring that out. Soft box and a loom cube behind to the right. All right, so back here behind and to the right. All right. All right. So soft box for your, I guess, your main light, and then a loom cube to bring up some more of this, just in general. All right. Something to that effect, man. Perhaps we can get Trevor in here next week, and we can go over this again with him here. That'd be awesome. If he's down for it, consider that a tentative invite if you're down for it, Trevor. Just gorgeous shot. I love this shot. I'm not going to get sucked in. We're going to go look at the rest here. Now, Trevor liked your Jason shot, by the way. And really, that's all that matters. Forget what I say. So, Zeki Zach Zoom. What do you say? Where'd he go? He just says, I like that Jason shot. Oh, you sent the photo. Trevor, would you send me? My phone decided I couldn't look at it. It went away. Oh, a BTS. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We'll come back to that. Let's go to this BTS from Trevor. Oh, wow. So there you have it. Here's the BTS right there. He's got a little bounce card on the bottom, too. His light source is up here. He's got this loom cube pointing at this bounce card here and pointing back. Got a bounce over here. This is probably that gold bounce he was talking about. Really awesome stuff, man. Awesome. Dude, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Let's see. Crimson Viper, man. He's look at it. He's just chilling at the beach in some oversized chairs. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Quan Harper, I'm trying to take a new picture of the Punisher, but my lights keep dying. Oh, charge him, man. Charge him. Charging them one at a time. Ooh. You get more than one plug. All right, Nomad. What do you think of the stormtroopers chilling out at the beach, man?
That's cool.
No, I'm going to hold you to more than that, man.
Check this out. So after like 30 minutes, I lose my attention span. That's the way I am, you know? So I'm like,
well,
oh,
while
man.
I'm talking, you can zone out. But when I say Nomad, look at the picture. What do you think?
Zone out, dude.
Then you can zone back out. Yeah, 30 minutes to talk about the picture. Go.
It's a great picture.
Yeah, I'm digging this a lot. I probably would have cut some of that light back onto the stormtroopers a little bit, though, with a bounce card or something. I know they're in the shade, but just to bring out, I mean, the armor is so fun to play with, especially the way the light hits the armor, you know, the reflections you can get from it. I would have played on that a little bit and bounced that out. Oh, Quan, you sent me a video. I got to check and see if it's safe for work. Okay. Man, Hot Toys Punisher. Dude. All right, we'll pull this up. Maybe we'll go over it. It'll be like, you know, what can we do to help Quan with this picture here? Hold on. Quan. All right, what we got here? We don't need the audio. All right, so he's rocking John Berthnall's Punisher. And he's like making a little doorway for him to be coming through. He's got light source here and was a light here on this side bouncing in both. So the light's just kind of hitting both sides of his face here. Do you need white on both sides, man? Cut one of these with a gel or something if you have it, or maybe add some color another way. See if you can add a little bit of color on one side and really make some fun out of that, man. I'd leave one side maybe that white and then cut another side with some blue. I like my blues. And actually blue works really well with white too because it helps soften the white. So it can, you know, act as like a shader instead of just light on a face and can really help sell some more light on the figure. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We already went through that. Let's see. The Alpha Raptor CZ, man. Look at, he loves his little dinosaurs. This is great. In front of our monitor, though, we're not selling the light wraparound too well. See, this is what happens when you can't wrap that light around. You get this black line going here. And this is why you need that light to get a harsh line coming around that, just to help. It just, again, it helps that monitor, that two-dimensional picture, embrace the figures in front of it. And you got the same black lines here. So the Alpha Raptor, man, you just got to play with your lighting placements a little bit more. I know you got your main light source is going to be coming from back here according to this picture, but bring the light around a little further out and then back so it hits this shoulder a bit harsher, and brings him out of this background. And then coming from this side, you want to put a light up here and having it point down kind of towards the camera and down this way, just down and towards the camera. So it helps light up this whole area. And it will continue to sell light coming from all over here. In fact, you might not come straight from here, maybe like here and down. So that might help sell that outline there. Bring it back in. Just something to play with. But yeah, Quan, try blue gel on that, by the way. Let me hit that like button. Nomad, man, you got any suggestions? You do a lot of composite stuff. Is there anything else you can see that I might have missed as far as getting this thing into the frame?
Basically covered it.
Fine. All right. Okay. Catalyst Hobbies, Power Rangers. Go, Nomad. You go. I don't like Power Rangers, so I'll let you go.
It's really hard for me to use green light, but this is executed correctly. This is really good.
And why is green light so hard for you to use?
I've always had a hard time with it. I can never execute it.
All right. So you heard it here first, guys. Nomad struggles with green light.
Yeah.
Just a bounce card on the right would work, or very low blue-green light. Are you referring to this Power Ranger again? Oh, and the Dino Shot. Okay. On the Dino Shot. Let's go back to that because So he says, just a bounce card on the right would work on, or a very low blue-green light on this right-hand side. That's not going to address the line that you're getting around the kid, though, and around the log. So I think you do want to bring that warmer light over here, too. But, yeah. All right, moving back to Catalyst. L Streamer. What's up, KB the greatest? L Streamer. I don't know what that means, L Streamer, but okay. I'm just going to nod and smile at this point. For this shot here, Catalyst, I agree with him. You're using the green pretty well. It does kind of like just split the figure in half, though, the green and then white. I think you need to pull him out of this background a little bit, and it would help sell the transition to some degree. Either with some texture in there, like I like to use fog, or maybe put a card in there to bounce some of that light on the back, and that way it would help sell. Why is it green on that side? Just, what's going on there? I don't know, but going straight green to this white, that's the only thing that bothers me, is like that straight down the middle split that he seems to have of green and white. I don't know why it bothers me. It just does.
Maybe the green is a little too saturated.
It's very possibly
it's very extreme from like both ends.
Yeah. So if you want to keep with that saturated green like that, maybe cut this side with a warmer light, and that would help kind of sell this transition over to this side here. If you had a warmer light here, so it's just such a white light. But I would also do something with this background. I don't like all this negative space. I would use a mist or something just to kind of bring out that back. Crimson Viper RGB in general helps to bounce light or put parchment paper over light or diffuse with smoke. Yeah, exactly.
Make it softer.
Exactly. Yeah, make it softer. I'll do what's this? Zigzag Zoom, man. He's got the Looks to be a NECA alien, and is that a Lego guy with the weird head? What is that? I don't know what that is. All right, Nomad. We got some aliens here. Go for it, man. Break it down.
The composition.
Say again?
The composition is great.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's about it.
Okay. All right. I'm digging it. I think, so you get the hard light here on your right hand side. You get some kind of bounce or blue light on this left hand side. I think maybe a rim light around this alien would have helped a bit though on the back side. I don't know. It's not bad though. It's not bad. I don't like this dead space over here though. This is a lot of dead space. So maybe find something to put in that space or crop it. Because I mean, this person's so blurred out now anyway. Do you really even need that person or whatever that is there? You could crop it right here and still tell the same story, I think. That might do a lot of service there. We would eliminate a lot of that dead space there for you. That's just my thoughts, though. Nomad likes it. PL Toy Box, man. Solid stuff. This is the Mr. Lee inspired stuff here. Have you seen Mr. Lee stuff, Nomad? He does a lot of shots like this.
Yeah.
Let me hit that like button, man. I don't know what these figures are, man. These are kooky looking figures. I like it. There's really nothing I can say about this, man. You get this nice, gradient purplish background. I really like that gradient. And he's got very sharp colors and use with that. He's got like this pinkish color here, and all that just works so well. Your light source is going to be on this upper left side here. And it looks like almost a one light source, maybe a bounce further away just to keep this side from falling too far off. But it looks like you got your main light source on this top left side, and that's it. That's almost it. Real solid piece, though. I like it. Did we go over that one last week? Again, this is another Pablo here, Peel Toy Box, doing the Warhammer figures. Really great stuff here. The fall off here works because this guy's so far away, so that light fall off works. Him just walking out of the scene. Yeah, you're using everything here. Although you probably could crop this in a little bit more. Doesn't need to be quite this tall, but it doesn't hurt either way. It's not bad. So, Nomad, you got anything you want to add?
Love that. What's that? His sharp. What's that? Focus.
The focus, yeah, he's got really great tight
focus. Is very sharp, crisp.
Yeah, very very nice work. He's using obviously some kind of macro lens here, getting that nice sharp focus on this is really great. And he's got fall off even to this point, so he's not using a huge wide open or a real tight aperture. He's pretty wide. Probably if he's using a macro, probably around f11. As you said earlier in one of the other shots, probably like that, because he's not falling off too bad. So it's really a nice shot. I like it. I had another tag, though, while we're doing this. Let's go back to that real quick. And then we're going to be wrapping this up. Let's see what else we got. We got... Oh, look at this. Look at this, man. 616 photos, man. Look at this.
That's cool.
Predator with a stormtrooper head. But is a stormtrooper really worth a trophy, though? I mean, really? They can't shoot, right? Wow, I would not be using that blood stuff on my Hot Toys heads, but look at you go. That's awesome, dude. This is a great shot. Although, why did you choose to do this in portrait? Again, especially I saw you were selling the prints, man. You don't need to cut this far up and down, really. You could even do a widescreen version of this that would just fit the helmet. You get the Predator claw, and you'd have the spine there. That would sell it, I think. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with this, I guess, either. But I guess if you want more of like a movie poster look, I don't know. Nomad, you're a Predator guy. What are your
I'd probably
thoughts, man?
add some drips in there, like, you know, kind of like exaggerate with the helmet a little bit more. So add some drips right at the bottom.
Oh, down this way, just kind of like it's coming all the way around and dripping.
Yeah. Probably expose more of the left side as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a nice shot though. I love your choices here. I love this.
Yeah.
I don't know what you got going on in the background. Is this like some photoshopped in trees or something here? It's pretty cool though. I like it. It looks like you got like a mask going on because some of this is not as crisp, and you're just masking over through this a little bit. It's really cool though. Let me look at the rest of your shots here. Quan, man, you got to go cook dinner, man. Thanks a lot for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. All righty. Yeah. This is some solid work, 616. I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it a lot. I love the light choices on this. It's just really a matter of playing with the crop because I know like a movie poster, it might would have this much dead space. So maybe that's what you want. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it's very reminiscent now that I think about it, like some of the AVP posters. He says the stage blood can be easy to apply, but also hard to get to do what you want to. What you want. The background is the Prey movie poster. Yeah, I photoshopped the trees. Okay, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is good stuff though, man. I like it. I like this a lot. 616, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right. Nomad, what do you got coming up, man? You got a shot coming in tomorrow, right? For tracker.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the tracker tomorrow.
Now, if anybody wants to participate in that, what do they need to do? I'm asking for myself, really, but you can tell everybody else too.
I don't know.
How does it work as the
collaboration?
Collaboration goes, yeah.
I guess they can send you a message or send me a message. If you want to do a tracker /hound a photo, then you can just send it over or tag me or Moz. That should work, right?
And David, right? David's also
David is doing
just
it.
Us three collaborating right now that you know?
Yeah, I
of?
think so.
Okay. Not everybody's got a tracker, I guess, but yeah. I had to get him though. I mean, he's got such an interesting helmet design. Plus, he came with a dog, you know, and that made him worth it for me to buy it at the price that he was selling for. You know, the Hot Toys wise, he was one of the cheapest Hot Toys Predators out there, given that he comes with a dog on top of everything else. The only thing is with those particular Predators, the only one that you can take the helmet off is a Berserker. Falconer and Tracker you cannot take the helmet off of. So,
oh wow.
Does a Berserker count towards a Tracker? I don't think so. He's not a Tracker.
Nope.
Sorry, but you can take a picture of the Berserker, man, and tag me. Of course, I don't mind, but it won't be part of the collab because we're specifically doing Tracker. And I don't take part in a lot of collaborations, but since I have a Tracker and I was looking for something to shoot for Wednesday anyway, for being Predness Day is the hashtag, I was like, hell with it. I'll shoot the Tracker, right? And that's what I did. But I didn't get the Hound in the shot, though. I'm in love with my 100mm lens again right now, so I keep taking those tight shots, you know, just doing that tight stuff, you know, just the.
I think it's great though. It's still good.
But and there's a little bit of blue I'm cutting right here, just to give that here, and the light here is actually a white, and that's coming from his snoot. So this blue is getting cut here by white, and the blue is just basically down there at the bottom, shining straight up. But I got some white cutting over here, and it looks like it's all supposed to be like that. You know, it doesn't look like it's being cut by two different light sources. Which is really great. Which is what I wanted to do. So That's what I mean by when you can marry the blue and whites and make it look like it's a continuation of one or the other.
Yeah, just blending it.
This is a great. I mean, I didn't do any after photoshopping to blend that. I just other normal color corrections, but I didn't say, hey, let's grab this blue and make it work with this white. No, all I did was like, let's add a LUTs. Just I like this one today. See, 616 mods. How much tighter is 100 millimeter compared to the 90 millimeter? Well, I'm using the Canon, EFM, so it's a mirrorless, so it's a 1.6 crop. So it really depends on what you're cropping with. So if you even have a crop, if you're using a DSLR and it's not mirrorless, you're just running a straight 90 millimeter. I'm actually probably closer to 120 some odd millimeter, maybe 130 millimeter with my crop factor. So it's it's pretty tight. It's crazy. But this is also the 100 millimeter I shot on to that tight crop here. This is 100 millimeter. So I've been shooting with that pretty regularly lately. 100 millimeter. This is also in front of a screen. I did this one last week, but see how I brought this red around the side of his arm? It just helps sell the whole thing. It's not just falling on his shoulders and like giving that barely a splash. It's actually wrapped around his arm a little bit, and I think it really helps sell him being in front of that screen. That's 100 millimeter, but I really should have focused in a little tighter. We've lost that mammoth there, I think. That's a 32 millimeter. So
one's great.
But it's a 6 scale. And then we're back to the 100 millimeter with these two. So it really depends, though. I mean, like I said, 32, 100, 100, 100, 100. I think that's 100 as well. 32. So yeah, I've gotten to the point where I can just kind of tell what they are. So you're using a Sony, your 90 millimeter, is it mirrorless? It probably has a crop, so you're not coming in too much. Your 90 is probably right where you want to be. You don't have to be 100 millimeters. Your 90 is going to be pretty tight. And is that the only lens you're using right now for all these shots, 616? Because I'm curious. It looks like it might be if this is what you're shooting here. And you gotta. That's just all one shot here. Yeah, I don't know why you cropped it like that. I kind of like it, but you didn't need to. It's really great, though. I like it. Anyway, guys, Notepad. So we got the post tomorrow. Anything else coming up for you this week? We're about to sign off for the evening.
I think I'm going to test out some aquarium shots, whatever, with Cinemorph.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna see how that works, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. That should be interesting.
Like underwater.
That. So that could be really interesting. I've been spending a lot of time playing my new PS5 though. So
oh, okay.
That's why I haven't been doing 5 shots, Monday through Friday. Like last week, I just skipped Friday. I was like, you know what? I'm going to play my new game. But now ahead of the game, I got a shot already done for tomorrow. I ain't got to shoot anymore tonight. So yeah, so I'm good.
Okay.
But yeah, I got that Predator's going out tomorrow, and then after that, we'll see how the week goes. So we'll be back next Tuesday for more toy photography talk. I'm hoping Trevor will sign on, be on with us tomorrow, next Tuesday. That'd be great. I love having him on. He's a great help. He knows so much about so much, so it's awesome having him. And as far as that being your only lens, 616, I would look into getting something more akin to a 50 millimeter as well.
50
for your 1/6 scale stuff, because I shoot with a 32 millimeter, but I'm cropped, so I'm closer to 50 millimeter non-macro, 50 millimeter. When I do 1/6 scale, if I want to do anything more than just a portrait type, close in crop thing, that's what I use the 32 for, and that tends to work out really well. So I would look at getting also, somewhere around there, 50 millimeter or so for your Sony. Big Dog Pound, of course. Peace. Take it easy, guys. Thank you guys all so much for participating today. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, consider being a member, and we can get you wallpaper. We haven't gone through the wallpapers this month, But when I get everybody back on the show next week, we'll see about going through what the wallpaper is going to be for the boat. And then we'll get that set up. And then also, if you remember, you can also get the Saber plugins for all your lightsaber needs. Nathaniel, what's going on? I'm sorry you're missing us. We're about to cut out. And Green, thanks again for being here.
Thank you, guys.
You want to add before we go?
That's all. That's all. That's all I got, dude.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right. Let me unhighlight that so I get that. All right, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.